So this wasn't just a one time I got lucky and got a practice off of Craigslist. These are 5 practices. You told me a story. I heard you tell it on a platform. I heard you tell it up in front of an audience. How one day you bought a dental practice off of Craigslist.
Yep. Well, I think I've bought 5 at this point off of Craigslist.
5. So this wasn't just a one time I got lucky and got a practice off of Craigslist. These are 5 practices. Please explain that to me. I don't think anybody else has ever done that before. If they have, I've never met them. How did you buy 5 practices off of Craigslist?
Well, it's what you're buying. So I look for practices where there's a lot of upside, and so the bigger practices, easy to sell. Either a doctor could sell it on their own, or you have a broker that gets will get you top dollar for it. Then there are these practices that kind of fall through the cracks, and sometimes a broker will post on Craigslist, but very often the doctor then gets dropped by the broker. No one could sell it, and then I find it on the bottom of the internet on Craigslist. And these are
doctors who were literally just posting their office. Like, does anybody want to buy a dental office?
Correct, and sometimes it's brokers too. But it's not the practices that a lot of the larger DSOs are interested in.
Yeah, so let's talk through that. So you're looking through. So everybody wants the EBITDA on these practices and the upside opportunity, and they're looking at very specific things to be able to capitalize on that upside. What are you looking at to be able to know, hey, I can capitalize on the upside of these practices?
I'm looking for the low-hanging fruit. These are practices when you look at when you get their production report, if they have practice management software.
Got it.
And if and you'll notice that most of these practices are still using traditional X-rays, dipping film still. But you'll see that these offices are not optimized. They're not taking X-rays. They're not diagnosing enough. They're underdiagnosing. A lot of these doctors are not doing root canals. They're not doing extractions. They're not doing implants. Most of these doctors do not have hygienists as well. And so I know coming into these practices that I could buy it for probably less than it cost to build it, and put it in my systems and turn this practice around really quickly.
Got it. So you are looking for things that other people aren't looking at. Now, the thing that would scare me with that, right? If they don't have practice management and they don't have some of the traditional things that we're used to being able to kind of pour through and do our due diligence, how do you do your due diligence on these offices to make sure you're not striking out?
Well, there's low risk on these offices, because I'm not spending a fortune on it. Mm-hmm. But again, you look at all the things. You look at their tax returns. You look at the production reports. You do a little what I call reconnaissance, where you go around to see actually people are going in over there, and as long as there's patient flow, then you could figure out that, hey, this office is just not doing what it's supposed to be doing, and there's just a ton of opportunity over there. For example. Most recently, we bought an office like this that was doing maybe $250,000 in revenue. So we bought during COVID.
A year, $250 a year, right?
Yeah, $250 a year. But we came in and we knew what was going on over there from looking at different reporting and what we were able to get our hands on. But in our first 12 months over there, we did over $1 million in revenue, because just from these low hanging, nothing special here.
Yeah.
Not Invisalign. No, wasn't even any implants over there. Just regular dentistry.
So you went from $20,000 on that particular office. You went from $20,000 to $80,000 a month in 12 months. And what did you upgrade the office at all, or how much money did you have to sink into that?
We put in one chair. We put in our IT, our computers. We got a digital X-ray and a CEREC scanner. That's basically it. It was
awesome.
not a lot of investment, but we know that, again, I've seen these type of offices hundreds of times already, and these are and the other thing that's nice about these are practices that nobody else wants.